So I'm here at the Grapevine Convention Center outside Dallas for their semi-annual record show. As a matter of fact, I think this is a third one. They've had them in the spring and the fall, and now they have a summer one. So they've been really growing, and the normal thing here is an 8 o'clock early bird and then a 10 o'clock general admission. So let's go on in. There's quite a few vendors here. Let's see what's going on out here. So you know, a lot of different booths, obviously. There's a lot of options in some of these booths. You've actually got some 7-inch. And of course, you got your LPs. A lot of these look like they are used, and so that way you're looking for whether you're buying originals or represses. But just looking at some of the pricing here, $20 for a double LP, a Nazareth, $18. The Naz, which was Todd Rundgren's group there. A lot of psych. Psych is one of the areas that seems to be growing the most, I've noticed at the shows. And that's great because there's a lot of good bands beyond Yes that can provide you a lot of great psych music, especially from the 70s. Now there's an odd one on the wall here. That's a Buckingham Nicks, but it appears to be demos. So that's not the actual regular album that they had that's so rare and hard to find, but that is actually, I guess, some studio work that they may have done or live above and beyond what they released on their actual LP. Then you got some vendors that just have merch. You have that kind of a get up here as well. But of course, the main thing here is it's all about the vinyl. So you have a lot of records. I just did a shootout on this In Excess. I'm sure this is a US OG. So In Excess did the Kick album, did the recent one. Joe Jackson, I'm the Man. There's a great one on Intervention. So a lot of stuff coming out from those audiophile labels as well. A lot of variety. We got some jazz fusion. We got Waylon. We got some country. Right. So there's a lot of combinations. Tull, one of my favorites. Probably the band I've seen the most live back in the day. Kansas, one of my favorite bands as well. Here's a Badfinger. Let's see, where is Say No More. This is just a jacket, I think. That would look like it was moved a lot. There is, it must be 120 gram. I mean, that's like RCA Dynaflex. So this is a Badfinger record. It's on Radio Decades. It's a Warner Brothers label. So this is after their Apple Records days. So, yeah, I've never seen that one before. Looking at these 50% off records here. See, there's a promo, Alice Cooper. Nice. Very nice. Nancy Wilson. That's some unique stuff here. My album of the year 2023 was Tears for Fears of the Tipping Point. Wow, they redid this, reissued it. 13th Floor Elevators. That used to be a rare record to find. Sixpence None the Richer. Very Christian band from the 90s, 80s, 90s. So this is $15 new, double album. That seems like a deal to me. I think I'm going to have to pick that one up.
Sometimes it's just the joy of getting to meet somebody that's contacted you through seeing me on the channel and learning that we live in the same area and can share our love for vinyl. That's a bonus to going to these record shows.
When we got married, I said, if you ever say, is it the records or me? I told her, be careful. Whenever you see a Led Zeppelin 2, you have to see if it's a Robert Ludwig, but of course it's not. But never hurts to try. Gotta look. Ambrosia's Ballad label time. They were prog at first. Then they went to more of a ballad-based music. JT Styx. Ode to Billy Joel. That was a huge hit in '67. Huge. You know, when you have a lot of records, it's sometimes hard to find a record. Then all of a sudden you find one. Asia Astra. Haven't seen this one on vinyl before. $5. Take it. This will be on my shootout. I'll be doing a shootout on this one. When you see them that say tested played, that means I must look pretty rough. Don't skip. That's a UK swirl, Vertigo swirl label. That's why it's $50. So repress. Yeah, so I've never seen one on Apple before. All right, well, that's a wrap for the Grapevine Convention Center Record Show. Got quite a few records in here. What I'm going to do is share these with you when I get back home. So come on with me. All right, well, made it back from the Grapevine Convention Center Record Show today, and well, I guess I can cut this little thing off. This is your badge you get when you come in there. So went back after my first walk around and got a few more, but I'll show you what I did pick up overall. So I think I showed a few of these. That first one I picked up was this Asia Astra album, which I think was maybe their third release. Don't quote me on that, but it seems like that might have been about what it was. Next one I got, Jeff Lynne's Alone in the Universe. This is one of his solo releases. What year was this? 2015. So Jeff Lynne's ELO. So he's using the moniker there. So I've got one of these, I think, on a special kind of vinyl that I kept sealed. So I'm going to be interested to hear that. Here is a Simply Vinyl, limited edition vinyl LP. And these are released, I believe, in Europe, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to read here. Sony, of course, is the company, CBS, but these are limited edition vinyls. So I'm going to do a shootout of this against an OG and a CBS half-speed master. So that'll be coming down the road. One of my favorite Talking Heads records. This is one that I think is more, let's say, later in their career, Little Creatures. A lot of good tunes on this, $15 OG, and in very, very good condition. Let's see, here's one I found later. I went back one fine morning by Lighthouse. And this is a very band with some horns and one-hit wonder kind of band, but I hadn't seen this one in good condition for a while, so I grabbed it because I do like that tune, and I'm sure I like some of the others. This was $15 sealed. It's a double album, Sixpence None the Richer. Now, this is a band, I think I've talked as I was walking through, this is a band that was a Christian band, and with, I can't remember the gal's name, Lee Nash maybe it was, a redheaded singer who was the lead vocalist for this band, and had a couple of hits, Kiss Me and There She Goes. And then this one actually had a new song called The Tide. So for $15, couldn't pass it up. I think it was like $35 when I saw it and when it had come out. Picked up a quad that I don't have, Sly and the Family Stone. I paid like $17. I think it was maybe a little less. It was 30% off, maybe $15 or so, actually, from one of my buddies that I know through my channel, and he sells records occasionally at these shows, so I was glad to pick that one up. This is a German copy of like an ELO's Greatest Hits, which I really like the cover. Of course, any ELO cover with their logo I think is pretty cool. But this one had a really nice mix of their earlier tunes and then their later tunes, which usually I don't see that breakdown. So this would be a good one just to throw on the turntable if I wanted to listen to, the old and the new of ELO. And I found a really nice Japanese import of the White Album. Now these numbers on the White Album, when you have an A in front, that is the Japanese version. It's one of the ways you can tell. And the thing about it is when you look at these, it may be hard to see, but on the vinyl, there's not really any breaks between the tracks. It just flows.
straight through. So finding a track is not that easy when you're trying to lay down the needle between them. But this was 35, which I thought was pretty decent for and it has posters in there. Doesn't have the pics, but it has posters. Tears for Fears, Sowing the Seeds of Love. This is a 12-inch single of that I've not seen before. So I pretty much try to buy 12-inch singles as much as I can. I got quite a few of them actually still to show you. So that was a good pickup. $5 for this one. Norman Greenbaum, The Spirit in the Sky. A lot of times these aren't in very good condition. This one looks like a VG Plus type record, and so I've never gotten this one because it's always in a condition that I don't really like. So that was a good pickup for $5. And a few of these, I went into a booth where they had a lot of Stevie Nicks stuff. And so one of the things the lady told me is she had some that, had Stevie Nicks either in a singing place or a writer on these records. She had a whole bin full of them. So Streets of Fire here is a soundtrack. And she said there was a song by Marilyn Martin on here called Sorcerer that has Stevie Nicks. So I grabbed this. It was $5. I figured give it a shot. The lady said it's one of her favorite soundtracks, so I thought, why not give it a shot? Similarly, Walter Egan, who his one-hit wonder was Magnet and Steel. This is his, I think, follow-up record. It's a promo, obviously, but for $5, I thought I'd give it a spin, and it has a Stevie Nicks song on here as well, and it's produced by Lindsey Buckingham. And I got into some 12-inch Method of Modern Love, $5. Daryl Hall, John Oates. Got the Big Love by Fleetwood Mac. Now, this is Fleetwood Mac, and it reminds me of the Big Love Vinyl, which is Doug Osbury's store, and he named it after this record. So this has quite a few different cuts of that. This was $10. It was a 3 LP, 4 tops anthology. I like to collect those. This was a nice pickup, $10, promo of Stevie Nicks and The Wild Heart. So I thought that was really a good deal. And then a $5, two more $5 ones. This is Hall & Oates. And this has I Can't Go For That on one side and One on One the other side. So a couple good hits on the 12-inch. This has got Family Man. It's got 2 different mixes on it, one of them being a UK dub, which I don't know if I've heard. $5. And then last, I got a Motown. This is a 4 LP set. I like these comps to put these on and just listen to some Motown, various artists. So it was a pretty good day overall. Also met some people from the YouTube land who had been viewers and watchers and met me and said hello. I also met someone who's from the area who's been dying to meet somebody in the vinyl community because none of their friends are. So we're going to definitely stay in touch with him. Got him introduced to a couple of Ambrosia early Psych albums. So hope he enjoys those. And he found a greenie, a Warner Brothers green label with the artisan stamp on it of the first Black Sabbath album, which I know he was looking for. So it's always a good time meeting people and expanding our vinyl community overall. So thanks for joining me today on our Safe and Sound Texas audio excursion. Just another time to meet new people and share the vinyl love. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so by clicking on the bell below and the all option for notifications. A thumbs up or like is appreciated for the algorithm, and comments as well. I love reading those and getting back to you. So until we catch you next time, thanks for joining me today. Take care, everybody.